What's going on? It's your host, Ganis TV, guys. Listen, we are live and direct back in the mix. This is the 1 year anniversary to the Thugbirdz podcast. First episode came out on September 20th of 2021, and I only thought it was right to do a little thank you video for everyone that has ever came in and tuned in. They showed a little bit of love, so real talk, mahalo, shout out to y'all. Call vibes all day. And as always, y'all know financial advice on any video you ever see. Always do your own research. And as well, if you like any of the content, like and subscribe to the video. Listen, every little bit helps. I know you might be thinking to yourself, it's a little bit too much work to, hit the subscribe button. Just hit it and like. Subscribe and like. That's all you got to do. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Well, I wanted to give a value to the Thugbirdz because the Thugbirdz was my first NFT, basically in general on Solana. And I thought to myself, this pixelated bird isn't just going to be going up in value just because. So I wanted to basically give back, in that essence of it. So I had previous experience with live streaming on Twitch as well as DLive. For y'all that don't know what DLive is, that was back in 2017. It was the first decentralized live streaming platform in general on the blockchain. So I've always had a previous, experience with live streaming, as well as I've always had the gear and everything like that. I used to do some wedding videos, things in that nature of it. So this stuff I knew how to do, and I like doing this stuff. So I reached out. I wanted to give value to the Thugbirdz where I could, and I knew how I could. And that's how the Thugbirdz podcast was started. Funny enough, I actually reached out to Sosa, who back in the day was basically the community lead at the time. I could have hit, Thug right off the top, but I figured with the new project coming out, there's a lot of momentum, a lot of hype at that time. And I figured, I'll just go to the project team because it wasn't anything I was trying to maliciously take over in the sense of I had the Twitch name, YouTube name, all that, before anyone else did. But it wasn't going to be that guy, and if they were doing their own thing, to start charging them money or anything else like that. So basically reached out to Sosa. I asked if I could start up a podcast, wanted to give some value again to the Thugbirdz. I got the okay from both, actually Sosa and Thug, because again, Thug is the creator of the project. So at the time, if he said, Gaddis, I ain't feeling it, hey, it would have been all good, and I would have done my own thing on that one. But basically that's how the Thugbirdz podcast got started. DM asking, can I get it started? I remember after I got the okay from Birdman and Sosa, I'll keep it 100 with everyone. I remember talking to my real life buddy, and I was like, bro, if either Thug or anyone kind of bails, it ain't looking too good for the project. And lo and behold, everyone did come out and showed some love on the very first episode. So if you have not seen it, it was a year ago. Hit the link below and you'll see it there. OX Thug was there, the owner of Thugbirdz. Chico SR. We also had Vlad Tony, as well as Oracle Crypto Dog, as well as Monk Doesn't, as well as Saint Eclectic, and the host and co-host at the time, New Dumb Money, and myself, Gaddis TV. So thankfully no one bailed, and we've been going on for a year now. So shout out to everyone who did come out for that first episode. And again, everyone that has came out since at that time. So the first big episode we had on the Thugbirdz podcast, I remember like it was yesterday. We had Brett FTX. I remember he basically came into the Discord. Everyone was showing him love, rating him on Twitter, everything like that. And I remember, I'll see if I can post a little picture of the DM beforehand, but I remember messaging and actually sending up a tweet for Brett saying, hey, we'd love to have you on the podcast. Just send us a single feather to the DM. And I remember at that time, I'm still working at the current job I have been, regular customer service. I'll keep it 100 with everyone. But I remember writing out the tweet and thinking to myself, the hell am I doing asking the president of FTX US just to send me a feather, just to come on the podcast, you know what I mean? Just to vibe it up and chill. So I sent out the tweet, messaged Money, said, yo, we're trying to make it happen. Lo and behold, an hour, maybe 2 hours afterwards, got a notification on the phone, and I look at it. I'm like, please tell me it is. So open up the notifications, and what do you see? A single feather from the man, Brett FTX. By far one of the biggest episodes and people that I've talked to. Granted, take a look at the link. You know what I mean? Let's get those views up on that one. But they're the first biggest person we had on the podcast, which was absolutely amazing. I was ecstatic. I remember I hit up New Dumb Money, and we were fucking blown away, dude. We were just like, yee. So that was the first biggest guest we've had on the podcast that way. And then basically other guests that we have had and have been absolutely amazing guests as well. Some of the people I never would have thought I would have had the opportunity to talk to and speak with. People like Austin Federer, head of communications at Solana. Some of them OG, basically devs. I got Knox Trades, Levy Cook, Austin Thugbirdz when he was working for Audius. Spoke with him. But we got here multiple people from Sino Global, a VC basically firm there. DeFi gaming projects, literally like DeFi land. A ton of talented artists. Everyone from John Lay to DJ and Poet. But we got to Pink Skull Queen to literally the list can go on and on and on. You can see all the episodes where each one has been worth watching it. And each one, at least in my sense, has been worth doing the interview. So shout out to all the artists and everyone that has came in. And not to mention as well, Grammy award-winning producer Sunny Digital basically agreed to come on, the actually podcast, and he came 100% willing because he wanted to. So that let alone was fucking awesome because one, he was a real ass dude, just keeping it real, keeping it 100, keeping it a buck. But he got to show us his inside of the studio, the plaques on the wall, the little club in the back, and literally just kicked it and just chilled with us. So if you have not seen that episode as well,
I always been like how I am. Like right now, I got my own studio. I can show you. Right.
I'm down. I'm open. Take a look at that one. It's worth it. Also on that one, but some of the other opportunities I was able to be involved with. One I was super excited about was the Miami Hacker House. I remember I was eating dinner actually with my buddy. Shout out Classic TV. But we were eating hibachi, I remember, and then I saw a notification on Discord and I think in Twitter as well. Chico was like, yo, hit me up. I got a call. Like, it's urgent. Message me. So I'm like, you know what? Let me get up real quick. They just got done cooking the food. I did have a couple bites, so I'm not going to lie. Went out, called Chico, and he was like, bro, you trying to have up a podcast set up in the Miami Hacker House? I was like, hell yeah, son. Are you kidding me? Like, come on, son. So got all that situated. I remember at this time, I don't know if y'all been around for a long time, the timeline, OX Thug did give the DAO, right about the 2,000 Sol for the DAO to use. And at that time, I thought I'd shoot my shot. And I asked the DAO, I was like, hey, I'd love to have, some of this sponsored. I'm going down there via Thugbirdz. It's not just a Gaddis TV part having fun. Like, I'm setting up shop, getting it going, going to be talking to everyone. And thankfully they were, and they did sponsor half of the basically the trip. Because for y'all who are not in the States, Miami a week before anything can be expensive as, yeah. And it was a pretty penny, but thankfully the DAO did sponsor half of that. I got to meet actually Chico in person. I got to meet OX Thug, Nam, Amy Street, Kid the Phoenix. Honestly, a lot of people. Johnny the Man Solana. You know what I mean? So a lot of people I did get to meet, and unfortunately, Saturday the whole convention basically got shut down because of a bomb threat. I'll see if I can't put the video on here beforehand, but literally after we get all the sound checks, everything like that set up, go and do a little video for just kind of the reference on what was going on. Next thing you know, everyone get out. So we all go to the one section, chilling there. Then they make us leave the whole section. And basically we were not allowed in for another 5+ hours. But that'll be another episode for another story. But again, the Miami Hacker House is one of the things that I was able to basically do. And I was extremely ecstatic on that one. Basically with the opportunities as well, because of the Thugbirdz podcast, a lot of people don't know, I haven't really told people, but I was basically given the opportunity to work with Audius when they were doing their Audius podcast, and I was the audio engineer, basically doing it at that time. So they would send me the basically the episodes on Twitter Spaces, and then I would go back, edit them, clip it up, have the music posted in there, and then have it basically podcast ready for Audius on that one. So the opportunities that a DM and an NFT has given me, one to this day still blow my mind. I keep it real as hell with everyone as well. You know, I maybe would have thought I would have made, you know, more money, stuff like that. But realistically, the opportunity to talk to some of the people that I have, I tell my real life buddies all the time, like, it is fucking amazing. Like, it really is mind blowing on that sense of it. So it's been a year since the Thugbirdz podcast first started. Again, started just because I wanted to give back to the community of the Thugbirdz as well as Solana. And I knew how to have and do the streaming stuff. And thankfully, I already had the equipment as well. So wasn't meant to be a crazy long, I guess, episode kind of on this one. More just a thank you to everyone that's ever came out, showed some love, and supported it anyway. I truly do appreciate it. Even the motorcycles, you might not hear it in the background, but they appreciate it as well. But seriously, guys, girls, everyone who, again, has showed a little bit of love, much love to y'all back. And we'll see how the next year comes as well. Till next time, y'all, stay fresh, stay clean, stay positive. Hey, you know what time it is, y'all. Let's get it. And I did want to give a huge shout out, one again to everyone that's always showed some love, but a huge shout out, real talk, to New Dumb Money as well as Dizzy. Listen, both of them always kept on 100 with me, always been there having my back, and again, they've been Thugbirdz out since day one. So Dizzy, New Dumb Money, real talk, thank y'all very much for everything y'all have done. Again, Terps, everyone else, I love everyone, but I gotta show some love to the main homie P-Doc, you know what I mean, aka New Dumb Money. We'll see if we can't get him on the podcast a couple times for some special guests, because everyone still loves you as well, big dog. But New Dumb Money and Dizzy, appreciate y'all, big homies. But until next time, have a good one.